Welcome back. In this module, we talk about AI-enhanced phishing and spear phishing attacks. Phishing is not new. For years, it has been one of the most common and effective cyber attack techniques. What has changed is how convincing, scalable, and adaptive phishing has become. Artificial intelligence has not invented phishing, it has industrialized it. This section explores how AI has transformed phishing and spear phishing from crude, easily spotted scams into sophisticated influence operations that exploit trust, context, and timing with unsettling precision. Why phishing has always worked? Phishing works because it targets the same human tendencies discussed in the previous section. It leverages trust in familiar brands and colleagues, urgency and fear, routine behavior, or incomplete information. For a long time, phishing attacks were limited by effort. Writing convincing messages required skill. Personalization took time. Scaling quality was difficult. AI removes those constraints. From mass phishing to precision attacks, early phishing relied on volume. Messages were generic, poorly written, and obviously suspicious. Attackers compensated for low success rates by sending millions of messages. Spear phishing changed this model. Instead of targeting everyone, attackers targeted someone specific. Messages were personalized, context was added, tone matched expectations. AI accelerates this evolution. What once required manual research and writing can now be generated instantly at scale and with high linguistic quality. Language is a weapon. One of the most visible impacts of AI on phishing is language quality. AI systems eliminate spelling and grammar errors, adapt tone to context, match organizational language, generate natural professional phrasing, which removes one of the most common cues people relied to spot phishing. The absence of errors no longer implies legitimacy. Contextual awareness at scale. AI enables attackers to incorporate context effortlessly. Public information from social media, company websites, press releases, and professional profiles can be synthesized into tailored messages. An email referencing a real project, a recent meeting, or a known colleague feels legitimate because it is contextually accurate. The deception lies not in false information, but in false intent. Impersonation without compromise. AI allows attackers to convincingly impersonate individuals without compromising their accounts. By mimicking writing style, tone, and structure, attackers can create messages that feel authentic, even to close colleagues. This undermines traditional assumptions. I recognize how this person writes. This sounds like them. Familiarity becomes less reliable as a signal of authenticity. Automation of trial and error. Phishing has always involved experimentation. AI dramatically reduces the cost of testing. Attackers can generate multiple message variants, test subject lines and phrasing, analyze response patterns, refine approaches continuously. This feedback loop allows rapid optimization. Effective messages are reinforced, ineffective ones disappear. Phishing becomes data driven. Adaptive attacks in real time. AI enabled phishing does not end with the first message. Attackers can now respond dynamically to replies, adjust tone based on engagement, escalate requests gradually. This creates conversational phishing, an interactive form of manipulation that feels like a legitimate exchange. The longer the interaction continues, the more trust accumulates. Deepfake signals and multi-channel attacks. Phishing is no longer confined to email. AI enables voice cloning, synthetic video, and cross channel coordination. An email may be reinforced by a phone call. A message may reference a meeting that never occurred. Each channel reinforces the others. This convergence increases credibility and overwhelms skepticism. Why traditional detection struggles? Many security controls were designed to detect known patterns, like malicious links, suspicious attachments, or known domains. AI enhanced phishing often avoids these triggers. Messages may contain no links at all, only requests, or they may use legitimate platforms and infrastructure. The attack lives in the conversation, not the payload. This shifts detection from technical signatures to behavior analysis, a much harder problem. Why training alone is insufficient? Awareness training often focuses on identifying obvious signs. AI removes many of those signs. As phishing becomes more realistic, the burden placed on individuals increases, often unrealistically. Security cannot rely on perpetual vigilance alone. Systems must assume that some messages will look legitimate because they are designed to. The economics of AI enhanced phishing. AI makes phishing cheaper and more scalable. Lower cost means more attempts, better quality, and faster adaptation. This shifts the balance further in favor of attackers. The goal is not perfection, it is probability. If a small percentage of highly convincing messages succeed, the return on investment remains high. Why finance and leadership roles are prime targets? AI enhanced phishing disproportionately targets individuals with authority or access. These roles approve transactions, access sensitive information, and influence workflows. Attackers use AI to study organizational structures and tailor messages accordingly. The attack surface is not evenly distributed. Defending against AI enhanced phishing. Defense requires a shift in mindset. Instead of asking, can people spot fake messages? The better question is, how do systems support verification when messages look real? Effective strategies include strong authentication for sensitive actions, out of band verification, clear escalation paths, and normalizing pauses and confirmations. Technology must support humans, not test them. Why this matters in the AI age? AI does not eliminate social engineering, it amplifies it. As communication becomes more fluid, more personalized, and more automated, trust becomes more valuable and more vulnerable. Understanding AI enhanced phishing helps explain why incidents are increasing and why traditional assumptions about user error no longer hold. Key takeaway: AI has transformed phishing from a numbers game into a precision influence operation. Language, context, and interaction are now weaponized at scale. Defending against this shift requires more than awareness. It requires systems designed for verification, resilience, and human reality.